At 66, Robert Smith, the enigmatic frontman of The Cure, has finally opened up about the 10 songs that have shaped his life, revealing the music that has inspired him, haunted him, and defined his career. Known as the architect of beautiful melancholy, Smith has spent over 4 decades turning personal pain into universal expression, creating music that resonates with anyone who has ever felt deeply, loved fully, or struggled silently. Throughout his career, he has been celebrated for his distinctive voice, dramatic appearance, and ability to translate the most complex emotions into melodies that linger in the mind long after the music stops. Yet beyond the iconic hair, smeared lipstick, and gothic aesthetic lies a man whose relationship with music is intimate, emotional, and profoundly honest. For Smith, songs are more than entertainment, they are companions, teachers, and mirrors, reflecting moments of joy, despair, triumph, and heartbreak. At 66, he reflects on the tracks that shaped him, the melodies that taught him about vulnerability, and the lyrics that reminded him of his own humanity. Number 10 on his list is Boys Don't Cry, a track released in 1979 that has become an anthem for those who refuse to hide their feelings, challenging societal norms about masculinity and emotion. Written when Smith was barely 20, the song is deceptively simple, a bright melody masking lyrics about the pain of pretending and the courage it takes to cry. For Robert, it is more than a debut single, it is a declaration, a statement of identity, and a reminder that admitting emotion is not weakness, but strength. He recalls performing it over the years and how audiences immediately connected to the honesty of the words, a young man expressing what many had been taught to suppress. The song's legacy has endured because it is unflinchingly honest, capturing the vulnerability that would become a hallmark of The Cure's music. Number 9 is A Forest, a hypnotic, atmospheric track that stretches past 5 minutes, enveloping listeners in its endless repetition and dreamlike quality. Smith describes it as a song about being lost, about the anxiety of running through unseen dangers, of chasing something intangible and confronting the fear of the unknown. The hypnotic bass line, provided by Simon Gallup, became iconic, simple yet unforgettable, while Smith's guitar textures created a fog of sound that left listeners disoriented and captivated. In A Forest, Smith found the power of atmosphere, showing that music could evoke landscapes and emotions beyond conventional structure, and that getting lost could sometimes mean discovering oneself. At number 8, Primary showcases Smith's talent for stripping music to its essentials. Written on bass during a period of creative darkness for the band, it combines urgency with simplicity, distilling emotion into primary colors and primary feelings. Its driving rhythm, sparse production, and intense vocal performance demonstrate that The Cure could be dark without being heavy, urgent without being chaotic. The song represents the power of minimalism, showing how removing distractions allows raw emotion to shine through. Number 7 is Pictures of You, a song born from reflection and memory, capturing the pain and beauty of looking at photographs after loss. Stretching past 7 minutes, it builds slowly, every word weighted with emotion, every note a thread connecting past and present. Smith's vocals are tender, the production lush and expansive, and the listener is transported into a landscape of memory and longing. It is a song that celebrates the bittersweet nature of remembering, that shows how love and loss coexist, and how photography can preserve moments while also reminding us of what is gone. At 6, Plain Song opens the masterpiece album Disintegration, demonstrating Smith's understanding of scale and emotion. The song begins with 2 minutes of instrumental build-up, creating anticipation and immersion before the vocals enter, highlighting the overwhelming feeling of being consumed by emotion too large to manage. Its cinematic quality allows listeners to feel enveloped by sound, proving that rock music can create landscapes, that feelings sometimes demand orchestras, and that every element of production can serve emotional storytelling. Number 5, Just Like Heaven, combines melancholy and joy, packaging bittersweet lyrics in a deceptively upbeat pop melody. The song captures fleeting moments of happiness, the awareness that paradise is temporary, and the beauty inherent in impermanence. With an instantly recognizable guitar riff and infectious rhythm, it is both a critical and commercial success, showing that Smith could marry depth with accessibility. For him, it represents the perfect contradiction, sadness and light working together, proving that emotional honesty can thrive in mainstream music. Number 4, Love Song, was written for Smith's wife Mary as a declaration of devotion. Unlike many of The Cure's tracks, its simplicity is its power. The rhythm mimics a heartbeat, the vocals are tender without fragility, and every lyric communicates commitment without flourish or metaphor. The song became a hit in the United States, introducing The Cure to audiences who might have dismissed them as merely goth or alternative, while reinforcing that emotional honesty can resonate universally. Number 3, Disintegration, the title track of the seminal 1989 album, represents a raw, unflinching look at emotional collapse. Over 8 minutes, Smith documents the slow disintegration of self, of watching one's world crumble and emotions unravel. The production mirrors the lyrical content, with decaying sounds and structures that dissolve gradually, while keyboards, guitars, and vocals create a sonic portrait of despair. It is cathartic, painful, and beautiful all at once, offering listeners not just a song, but an experience, a shared understanding of emotional breakdown and resilience. Number 2, End, offers resolution, acceptance, and the power of closure. It is understated, quiet, and deliberate, articulating goodbye without drama or embellishment. For Smith, the track is about embracing impermanence, acknowledging that everything concludes, relationships, life, music, and that acceptance can be as powerful as expression. Its live performances are reverent, showing audiences that endings can be honored rather than mourned, that calm reflection can be as moving as dramatic catharsis. Finally, number 1 is Faith, the closing track on the album of the same name, 11 minutes of despair rendered into musical form. It documents the loss of faith, not only in God, but in people, in oneself, and in the world at large. Its skeletal production allows space for emptiness, Smith's exhausted vocals convey exhaustion and near collapse, and every note carries the weight of existential crisis. It is perhaps the most honest of his songs, capturing a period of life with precision and emotional integrity. In Faith, Smith demonstrates the ultimate vulnerability, showing that to create art is to expose the soul, to transform personal crisis into something others can recognize, and to prove that darkness can not only survive, but illuminate. Across these 10 songs, Robert Smith's selections reveal a man who has always valued honesty over appearance, emotion over perfection, and connection over fame. From early hits that challenged societal norms to sprawling compositions that redefined alternative music, these tracks form a roadmap of his career, a testament to the enduring power of emotional truth. Each song embodies a lesson. Boys Don't Cry teaches courage, A Forest demonstrates the beauty of being lost, Primary celebrates simplicity, Pictures of You immortalizes memory, Plain Song captures scale, Just Like Heaven embodies contradiction, Love Song honors devotion, Disintegration chronicles collapse, and embraces closure, and Faith immortalizes vulnerability. Collectively, they reveal why Robert Smith is not only a musician, but an architect of emotional landscapes, a storyteller of the human experience, and a beacon for anyone seeking solace in song. At 66, reflecting on these 10 tracks, Smith reminds fans that music is not merely entertainment, it is survival, therapy, reflection, and expression, a mirror of life's complexities. His journey shows that beauty often arises from sadness, that honesty resonates more than polish, and that the courage to feel deeply is what transforms ordinary music into timeless art. Robert Smith's 10 favorite songs are more than personal choices, they are universal lessons, proof that vulnerability can inspire millions, that darkness can illuminate, and that music, in its most honest form, can become a lifeline. As fans listen to these songs, decades after their creation, they realize that they are not simply songs to be played, but experiences to be felt, connections to be cherished, and truths to be acknowledged. In revealing these selections, Smith has given insight not only into his musical preferences, but into the heart of a man who has spent a lifetime making sadness beautiful, making emotion vital, and reminding the world that the most profound art often emerges from the deepest, most honest feelings. At 66, Robert Smith has finally shared the music that shaped him, the songs that defined him, and the melodies that continue to resonate across generations, proving that The Cure is not just a band, but a testament to the enduring power of emotional honesty, vulnerability, and the transformative magic of music.